Hello YouTube. I just wanted to show my '06 F-150 3.5 drop, I believe it is. I just want to talk about 04 to '08 drops in general, just because there isn't a lot of videos on YouTube about how to drop these trucks, or how low you can really go on them, or how to do it. What parts do you need? What parts are best for, especially in the front with the alignment purposes. Okay, so this truck is on a 3.5. It's springs up front. On the rear, it's a flip kit with the lifting shackle. At one point, I was at a 5.8 with the flip kit in the rear and some with the drop shackles, and in the front I had drop springs and some spindles, some double-tick drop spindles. But I not that I didn't like the ride, it's undrivable just because of how low the subframe sits in these trucks. Well, at least the front subframe. If you are gonna go on a 5-inch drop from the 04 to '08 F-150s, all I'm gonna say is good luck, just because I don't know if you can notice, can't really see it, but even at a 3-inch drop, my subframe is only about 3 inches off the ground. It's honestly, I don't know why they made it like this, but I guess for the taquachas out there. But yeah. Okay, so let's talk about flare side 04 to '08s. 04 to '08 flare side trucks, they sit about an inch higher in the rear from factory, so I don't know why. Then, like, compared to straight beds, I don't know why Ford did this, but they made it that way. So if you want to get a 3.5 drop on a, let's say on a flare side, you want to level it out, honestly you'd be better to get a 3. It would be ideal for you to go an inch lower in the rear. So instead of a 3.5, you're probably gonna be a 3.6, just to level everything out. The tires I'm running are 275 40/20s. Not the biggest tire in the world. I do have a set of 275 50/20s, but I'm not sure if I like the really thick tire. But we'll see. Maybe I'll throw it on the rear, just so it can fill out the tire gap, like the wheel well, even more. This truck is 15 years old, and I lost the stock shackles that come with it, so that's that. I've been wanting to go to 6-inch drop. I really don't want to spend like $60-70 on a pair of stock shackles, because it's an inch, and I do have the drop shackles, which is a 2-inch drop shackle. So I'm gonna go from a 5-inch to an 8-inch. No, I don't think so. Even though in the rear, like, it's not a problem. The truck, for y'all that are wondering, the truck is notched. These trucks in particular, anything past the 5-inch drop, you're gonna bottom out consistently. It's drivable at a 5-inch, but at 6 inches, your factory bus stock is gonna lay on your diff, and it's no fun. Trust me, I've gone through it. It's stupid. But the wondering, I do have it. The truck is notched. It has an underbit notch. I believe with this underbit notch, you can go as low as probably 9 inches without having to actually get rear tubs. As you can see, just the factory baby tubs that they have on the trucks. Okay, so let's talk about what parts can you get to drop the front of the truck, and then I'll go towards the rear. The front, you can do springs. If you're trying to just 3-inch drop, I recommend just springs. Right's good, right's smooth. It's a little stiff. You'll feel some potholes here and there, but It's nothing crazy. Like people make it seem. I mean, it aligns perfectly. I've never had any problems with bad alignments. If you want to go anything lower than 3 inches in the front, a lot of people run. Like I was running springs and spindles, but just because they say that's the best way to keep your geometry in your suspension in the front, running springs and spindles. And when I was running it, it was aligning perfectly. But like I said, when you're running in a 5-inch drop in the front in these trucks, your subframe is an inch off the ground or half an inch off, or about an inch and a half. And this, any imperfection in the road, you're gonna feel like you're gonna scrape, you're gonna bump over it, and it's not a fun ride at all. So yeah, you can do springs and spindles. You can do that, or there's a cheaper way where you can do springs and struts with adjustable Beltic struts. If you lower 1 inch, 2 inches, I think up to 3 inches. I'm not 100% sure. Or you can do control arms. I know JDM makes 3-inch control arms, 3-inch drop control arms, and some drop springs or control arms and a strut. I mean, it's totally up to you. There's different combinations. There's JDM. There is Beltic. Crown. I don't know if Crown Suspension makes anything for these trucks. I think they make like the shackle, but I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, I mean, you can mix and match whatever's. I think the most economical one, I guess you want to say, is probably the cheapest one. It's gonna be springs and struts. I think I've seen the struts go for like $80 like each, so probably like 170-ish there plus tax and shipping, and then your springs, probably about 150 or so. I want to say, don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah. So okay, so the rear of the truck. Okay, so this at the beginning when I first got this truck, it was the ghetto drop in the rear. It was a 2-inch drop shackle with the middle leaf spring delete. I mean, they didn't write the words, but it wasn't the most comfortable ride either. And I finally decided that I was gonna do it the right way and get a flip kit. So I got a flip kit. And I took it to Inez Hot Rods. A lot of people know it for their IHC suspension. They make a lot of popular drops for Chevys and Dodges and new Fords. Sadly, they don't make one for the old ones. But anyways, I took it to them. They did the front, they did the springs, and they did the flip kit in the rear. But to my surprise, the bolts in the leaf springs were seized, so they had to fabricate me new bolts for that, and they also had to fab me almost a complete flip kit just because the one I had bought in, most of the parts, fit, but it wasn't a quality flip kit. And they told me we don't really want to I can't give you insurance, or I can't, if anything happens to it or whatever. So I was like, you know what, I'd rather pay the extra money and just have a quality job, somebody that knows how to do it. And they're close to my home. They're about 5 minutes away from me, so I'm pretty lucky. They're always busy though. They're super busy. But yeah. And then after that, a couple months later go by, and I'm like, I want to go lower. So I went to another shop that's pretty popular around the areas where I live. I'm from South Texas, by the way, if anybody was wondering. The drop shop, they did my spindles and they did the shackles in the rear to give me a 5.8 look. Truck looks amazing in a 5.8, honestly. It's such a nice stance, and even stance that it's just such a shame that how low the frames and the subframes in these trucks are. At the end of the day, it's a truck, so I understand why, but I just wish it wasn't like that, because no, but for real. So yeah, in the rear you could either do a flip kit with shackles. I think that's probably the cheapest way with the underbed notch. Or you can do leaf springs with shackles in the rear, but that's pretty expensive just because of leaf springs. I don't know, I'm not sure what brand makes them, but I know they do. But they're pretty expensive, and honestly, it just with with the flip kit and the shackle thing rode just as smooth as factory, if not better. And oh yeah, and you guys are wondering, oh, can I add instead of a flip kit some hangers? No, you can't. These trucks have welded on hangers, so there's no way to remove them. Unlike the 97s to 2003s, like these trucks. Yes, this is a Lightning. You can't really see because it's dark, but yes, this truck is on a 3.5 right now. I don't know if you guys want me to make a video on that one. If you guys do, just let me know. I will. But yeah, back to this truck. Like I said, 3.5 on it, 275, 40, 20s all around on Toyo Proxies. I mean, it's a pretty decent truck. It gets the job done. Not the fastest in the world, but it is a 4.6. We can't expect a lot from these. But yeah, I mean, you can do a lot of different things. Suspension wise, you just have to okay, so the front, 3 inches, no rubbing issues, no bottoming out, no hitting the thing in there or anything. 5-inch drop in the front. That one is iffy. Oh yes, I forgot to mention on spindles, you are gonna have to run a 20-inch wheel or bigger when it comes to these trucks. Why? I don't know. I think because just how low the lower controller and bolt sits to the floor, to the ground. The trucks run a 20-inch wheel. I know Silverados, it's a 17-inch or bigger spindle, so you have more freedom there. But these trucks, it's not the case. You have to run a 20-inch wheel. So at a 5-inch drop, rubbing issues. Honestly, at a 5-inch drop, I didn't have any rubbing issues. I mean, I didn't try turning the complete radius to see if I had rubbing issues, but I never noticed it. If I did, it was probably very minimal. Yeah, but okay, so the rear bottoming out. Oh, you don't get no bottoming out with this notch in the rear. I think this notch is good up to 9 inches, and I think there's the bed rail in the bottom that I still have the bed rail, but I know a lot of people cut it to get about 1 inch more clearance. So you can go pretty low on these in the rear without having to tugging the rear out. I mean, you can, but it's more expensive. If you're in a budget like I was, there's no reason for it. Why do it? But yeah, guys, I mean, it's pretty simple. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. And also, if you guys have any concerns or want to know anything else, what brand should I get? Honestly, if I'm being honest, you should probably stick to your JDM, your Beltec. I know there's some eBay spindles. I know Beltec spindles are like $400 for these trucks. Not everybody has $400 laying around. I've seen some eBay for about $200, half the price, but I honestly don't know the reviews on them. You can't really tell. I mean, at the end of the day, they're spindles. I should be able to get the job done. But like I said, this truck's gonna be with me for a while, for a long time, hopefully. So I wanted to do everything the right way. I mean, also in the front, people cut springs for whatever reason. It's kind of ghetto, but hey, what it is. It is what it is. When you're on a budget, you want to get that extra inch. You can cut the springs, but shit, you're gonna be riding. You're gonna be like on a low rider, jumping all over the place with any little imperfection. But yeah, guys, I mean, it's in 3.5. It's in the front. I got about 1 inch or 2. In the rear, it's 5-inch drop. If anyone has stock shackles in the rear, let me know. I need some to get that even stance. It's killing me, honestly, at this point. I mean, but thank you guys for watching the video, and subscribe. You guys want to see more content. I'll be doing the lightning next, talking about how this was dropped. This one's much more simpler to drop, and just because you have much more to work on, much more to work with than these. I don't know why Ford just made it impossible to work on these. Well, not impossible to work on, but I'm saying they're not dropping shit. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. If you guys want to subscribe for more videos, make sure you like and comment. Let me know what you guys thought. It's my first video on YouTube, so don't expect a lot. You know, it's uncut version. I'm not really, but I just wanted to make a video because I know there isn't a lot of information on photo rates and how to drop them the right way. Thank you guys again. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.